Xin chào các bạn, mình là Quang Chiến. Hiện tại mình đang có mặt tại căn hộ được thiết kế và thi công bởi Prestige tại dự án Phú Mỹ Hưng The Horizon. Đây là một trong những dự án mới nhất của Prestige, thể hiện độ chuyên nghiệp trong việc biến các ý tưởng thiết kế thành một không gian sống sang trọng và ấm cúng. Và hiện tại có mặt cùng mình ngày hôm nay đó là ông John và con trai ông ấy là Joey. Họ sẽ cùng nhau chia sẻ về những trải nghiệm của họ khi được đồng hành cùng Prestige từ những ngày đầu tiên trong những ý tưởng thiết kế đến khi hoàn thiện những cái tổ ấm của mình. Và bây giờ hãy cùng lắng nghe những chia sẻ của họ nhé. Good afternoon, Mr. John. First of all, thank you for taking time to participate in this interview. We all know that a home is the place to return to, a warm haven of every family. So can you tell us about your expectation when you are selecting an interior design firm for your home?
Well, when we have a new house and we're thinking about how to design it, it's always a question of balance, isn't it? You want something that's very elegant, and yet you also want something that's very comfortable to live in because you live in it every day.
Yes, sir.
So striking a balance between the beauty and the functionality is very important and very hard to do, actually. That's what we were thinking about. Who could help us achieve the level of detail, the beauty, the elegance that we were looking for, but at the same time, design a house that would be very practical to live in, comfortable every day for us to live in.
Wonderful, sir. Okay, based on what you have shared, can you tell us how you came across the Prestige and what is the aspect that convinced you to choose us to design for your house?
Right, so while we were still looking at houses, we saw a couple of apartments in another building, the Peak also in Phú Mỹ Hưng. And we saw an apartment designed by Prestige, which really impressed us. It was a kind of a Zen interior decor. And I was talking about the balance between functionality and beauty. It was very simple, but very elegant, but at the same time, it looked like a place where you could be very comfortable. So we didn't want that particular flat because of the location, but we remembered Prestige. And we remembered that after we finally found the flat that we were looking for, we remembered Prestige and we thought, well, they did such a beautiful job on that apartment that perhaps they could do a similarly beautiful job on our new house.
When I heard that the words from you, it's our honor because your compliment. Thank you, sir. So the style that Prestige applying to your apartment is called Minimalist Luxury. It's offering an elegant, refined living space through the streamlined design and premium materials. So can you tell us what aspect of this style left the deepest impression on you once the project is completed?
It is beautiful. I mean, I have to say the final outcome is really stunning. The attention to detail, I think, is really important in design, and it's something that I learned from my wife, who loves design and loves interiors. And she taught me that when you look at a new house, what you look for are the details. How much attention did they pay to the small things, the trim, the curves, the lines, the furniture, the walls, and everything is quite beautiful, quite done to a very high level of specification, which is the difference between a poorly or an average house, let's say, and a really exquisite home is that level of detail. And I think that's the first thing that strikes me when I see this house.
Yeah, I spoke to your wife earlier. She really liked the walls in your bedroom. So, and I'm also heard that your favorite area is the balcony. Can you share with us why this area stand out to you the most in your apartment?
Yeah, it's very unusual to have that much outside space in a built-up urban area like this with such a view of the river. And when we first saw this apartment, we really were struck by the size of the terrace and also the view from the terrace. But that's also a problem, right? You have a beautiful space, but you have to design it so that it's livable, but also very beautiful. And so that was a challenge itself. But I think Prestige has done a wonderful job with the outside space.
Once again, thank you, sir. Talking more about the environment, your apartment, what is the most favorite area in this apartment, specifically to you?
Well, the living room is where I spend most of my time because it's very comfortable, it's very homely. When I'm at home, I want to be sort of in a relaxed headspace, and I think the living room really does that for me because of, like I said, the combination of modernity, elegance, but also comfort.
Thank you for your sharing. So could you share with us your thoughts on how Prestige turned the design concept into the reality for your home, and what part of this process impressed you the most during the whole process? Yeah.
Well, I think what impressed both of us the most is that Prestige worked very closely with us through the whole process. So starting out with the first design and discussing what might work and what might not work, and then several iterations with Prestige of markups and computer designs and 3D designs, and then finally coming to something that we all thought would work well. Prestige always listened to our suggestions, and of course, you know, your house is very personal, so you want to have a say in how it comes out. So we took the process very seriously. We looked at the designs, we made our suggestions, and it was really a great experience working with Prestige because you listened to our suggestions and tried to point out where they wouldn't work and where they would work. And in the end, I think we came up with a really great design.
Thank you, sir. And throughout the construction and completion phases, how do you feel Prestige fulfill your family requirements from the attentive listening to your feedback to the executing the high-end detailed design? And how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think Prestige did a great job. Listened to us the whole way, as I said, always listening to our input. So it was really very low stress, I would say, because Prestige was very accommodating of everything that we needed, and very professional in the way that you carried out the work. So it was really very low stress for us.
And to be honest, when working with your family, it's a choice for us because we heard that we can hear about what you need, what you want for every aspect of your apartment, from the living room to the bedroom to the kitchens, and it's a wonderful joy with us when we're working with you. And one more question. In the future, would you be willing to recommend Prestige with your friends, your family, or your partner so they can also experience the professionalism and the quality that you have received?
Oh, absolutely, and I do. So when friends buying new places or thinking about redoing their old places, Prestige is always the first name that comes to mind.
Thank you, sir. And it's all the questions I want to ask you in today's interview. And thank you and your son for being here today for our interview. Once again, congratulations on your new house. You have a wonderful house and you have a wonderful interior design. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.